Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. Today I am wearing one of my favorite t-shirts because it brings back so many fond memories for me. It is actually the South Tower Community Church Ladies Ministry. And I think it was in 2016 in the fall when I just finished my my last treatment. We ended up going to St. Louis to see Joyce Meyer's conference. There was a group of us, about 25 ladies, and this wonderful church and this ladies ministries actually invited me to join them. It was like a dream come true for me because I've always wanted to go on a retreat where I could go for several days in a row. So I had a wonderful time with these ladies. There were 25 of us. We all had the same t-shirt like this, and I guess every year they go to see Joyce Meyer's, and they also have a new color for the year. Now, I love this shirt so much, and I'm going to tell you what they call themselves. On the back, and I can't show you that, because, unfortunately, because of the way the camera is right now, but there is a clay pot, and the pot has a crack going right through it, and they call themselves the crackpots. So anyway, I had a wonderful time with these ladies, a wonderful, wonderful time, and I have a great memories with them. So I love this t-shirt especially because of that. So I am often asked, advice on when it comes to cancer. And I think that's because it's been 12 years already, and they kind of, well, which is normal, right? People going through something the first time, they're not sure about something, they need some advice. So I thought I would put together this, what I have learned in these past 12 years. So this is just 5 things that I have learned in this past 12 years of my cancer. So I'm just gonna, it's a short little 5. So the first thing that and I made notes so I wouldn't forget. So the first thing is that I've learned is that you're never done learning. And by that what I mean is I'm still learning even after all this time, and I've had it 4 times now. It's come back. I'm still learning about my type of cancer. I'm still learning how my body reacts to it. I am still learning how to deal with it, and in fact, every time I go through cancer, there is something that comes out of me emotionally that, and I'm never done learning, basically. So each time I go through it, I wonder, okay, so what's going to come out this time? What am I going to be working on? I don't even know what's going to come out from within, and that I have to learn to deal with. So I have learned that just because it's been 12 years, there is no such a thing as an expert. So every time, with a new bout with cancer, with a new treatment, it's all a learning experience, and you're never done with it. There's always something else that is going to come forth from within me. There's always something else that I need to learn, or a new angle, or a new treatment, or insurance-wise, you're never done learning. Okay. Number 2 is, and this is huge, and I should have made it. They're not in any particular order. Not that one is better, more important than the other, but preparation is the key. And by this I mean I have really learned these last 4 times that you have to be ready. And by that I mean money-wise, especially money-wise. Are your matters in order? Is everything in order the way you want it to be? What's going to happen if you go to the hospital? Who's going to pay your bills? Who has access to that? If you're laid up for several months, what about your job? Do you have disability on your job? Do you have any kind of compensation in case you are medically unable to work for several weeks or months? There's all kinds of things that we have to do to prepare for when we are out of work, or when we're out of commission, basically. Even something as simple as, like, I like to do even is like, whenever I'm getting ready for treatment, I also make sure that I stock up on my groceries, or stock up on any kind of supplies that I may need, so I don't have to do that later. Preparation is really, really key. You have to sit down and talk to your children or your husband or whoever is in your life. What do you want done if anything should go wrong? So I'm still prepping for that, believe it or not. I'm still taking care of things legally that I should have done, take care of a long time ago. None of us want to think about these things, but preparation is key. So if I find out I am, if I go back to my doctor next month like I am, and I'm having my scan done, and it turns out that, you know what, my cancer is back, am I ready for it? You have to prepare yourself, and you have to prepare yourself mentally too for it. You have to. So that is the second thing, that preparation is key. It's very important. And the third thing I would say is set your priorities. And I have found in this time, what is really important to me in my life. I used to be an individual who, I would just fly off the handle very easily. I had no problem getting angry. I didn't like a lot of things. I was just a different person then. I've realized since then just the things that are very important to me. Now, what's important to me may be totally different to what's important to you. Okay? For me, it was especially my relationship with others. I felt that my relationship with people weren't what it should be. And it mattered to me that they have a lasting impression of me if anything should happen, especially if I pass away. I want them to think a certain way about me. I don't want them to be wondering, I wish I got to know her better, or I didn't know this about her at all. So I wanted to, that was a huge thing for me, is to improve my relationships. Now, I wish I could tell you that all my relationships are great, because they're not. There's some relationships that take a long time to mend, to fix, to get straight again. And I wish that all of them were like that in my life, but they're not. And that's something that I'm still working on with a lot of people, and not just like it's their fault, or it's my fault too, So that's another thing that I am trying to work towards. But that is what's very important to me. My children are important to me, and my relationship with people are very important to me. That's something that, varies with each individual. But when you go through an illness, you kind of sit back and you think, so okay, so what are the issues that what's important to you? All right, so number 4, and I am going to flip it because I have it written down differently, but my number 4 is, I've learned to take care of my body. I have never been so aware of my body as I am right now. And I don't mean how I look or anything like that. I am talking about how my body feels. I am so in tune with it, unbelievably. And I think this has to do because anyone who has a chronic illness, and after you've been through an ordeal with your body where you dealt with pain, you don't really want to go back there again. So I think we take every sign that our body gives us, we take it seriously. So when we're tired, we take a nap. If we are not feeling well, we take something for it right away. We take care of it. If I feel a little sore throat coming up, I take care of that. I don't wait till it's a full-blown cold, And I found that out to be true with a lot of people who have chronic illnesses, because we remember the pain of what it was like. And let me tell you, pain is pain. There is no way to elevate that pain to different degrees, 1 through 10. I always like that chart at the hospital. How do you rate your pain? Is it a 1? Is it a 5? Is it a 10? To me, pain is pain, okay? So we never want to go through it again. So I have learned how to take care of my body too. I have learned to listen to what my body was saying, and I have learned to take care of it. And I have made a lot of lifestyle changes to ensure that my body is strong. Now, someone may look at me and think, well, you're overweight and all, but let me tell you, I may be overweight, but I do not have cholesterol. I do not have high blood sugar. I do not have high blood pressure. I actually have Now, I may not be fantastic. I may be just like right below that line. But you know what? I am a lot better. My inside is a lot healthier than people think. So anyway, number 5, I would say, is that life is short, so enjoy it. I have learned, like I said earlier, I used to be a little hothead, and by that, I'm in 5'2", but I was a little firecracker, man. There was not much that would not set me off. I would fight for that underdog. I would fight every battle out there. How's that? That pretty much explains everything. If there was a cause or a fight, or there I was leading it. I was just, and I have learned to kind of lay back and really think about what do I want. I fight the battle. I pick and choose my battles now very wisely, and I'm a lot more laid back. I'm a lot more maybe carefree. I don't like conflict anymore. I like to live my life in peace. I tend to run away from confrontations now, which is really funny because I was such a firecracker before. And maybe because I've really realized that life is really short, and I don't want to spend it arguing. I don't want to spend it being mad, or just I want to spend it laughing. I want to spend it having a good time with people. I want to enjoy everything that I am doing. I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy and smell the roses and enjoy life, period. So these are just my 5 things that I have learned. Now, I'm sure if you have all written down, and I you know what, I'm going to give you this little challenge. No matter, it doesn't matter if you have I believe that we all have gone through something in our lifetimes. It's impossible for us not to be going through life struggles, whether they are financial, whether they are health-wise, while they are career situations, children, problems with children. We all have gone through our own struggles. And we have learned something in these years about life in general. So I challenge you to write down your 5 things that you have learned. And if you want to share them with the rest of us, please do so. We would love to hear it, And of course, we're not going to be bashing anybody here. Okay, guys? Let's be nice to one another. Let's choose kindness in life. And so please, I would love to hear your 5 things in the comments below of what you have learned. And it doesn't have to be illness. We all gone through things in life. We all have had our obstacles and our life's crosses. Like my grandma used to always say, everyone has a cross to bear in life. What was that cross for you? For me, it will be this cancer that will keep coming back until eventually it will claim my life. So, we all have these crosses. What have you learned in your crosses? So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, to sit here and be on this journey with me and listen to me babble on. I have found that this is so therapeutic for me, whether I am writing or whether I am sharing it through a blog with you guys. I feel like you are really helping me more than I am helping you. So thank you so much for this journey and being there on there with me. And otherwise, I hope you hit the subscribe, comment below. I'd love to know your 5 things that you have learned. And, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.